In class today, we'll be talking about small equipment. This is continuing on in the kitchen equipment and small appliances portion of the unit. Okay, measuring spoons. Type measuring tool. Uses measures the 1/4 teaspoon, the 1/2 teaspoon, the 1 teaspoon, and the tablespoon. Remember how before I was in a previous PowerPoint I talked about the 1/3. That one tends to be interchangeable in addition to also the 1/8 teaspoon. In some sets, the 1/8 teaspoon does occur, but it tends to not. The rubber scraper. It's a mixing tool used to scrape insides of bowls and containers. The tongs, preparation tool, used to turn meats and fried foods, handling hot foods. Peeler. Removes the outer surface of fruits and vegetables, creating decorative garnishes used in garnish drinks. This is considered a cutting tool. The straight edge spatula, it's a baking tool used to spread icings and meringues and level off dry ingredients. Slotted spoon, it's a serving tool, separates liquids and solids on a smaller increment. Liquid measuring cup, measuring tool, measured liquid ingredients. Now in your standard, let's say 2 cup or 1 pint, or you can see them in 1 quart, you can see them in 1/2 gallon. For your basic 1 cup, the measurements include the 1/4 cup, the 1/3 cup, the 1/2 cup, the 2/3, 3/4, and then 1 cup. These are all lines indicated on your liquid measuring cup. The whisk or the whip is a mixing tool, adds air and prevents lumps. The chef knife, cutting tool, cuts, slices, chops into bones. Sifter, baking tool, sifts flour and sugar, removes the lumps. Rolling pin, baking tool, used for rolling out doughs and pastry doughs. Kitchen shears, cutting tool, cutting meats and herbs. There are some chefs that actually prefer to tear lettuce, greens, and herbs than to cut. There's kind of a rather debate on that one, which is better for the structure of the plant. I'm for whatever seems at that right moment at the right time. Cheese grater, cutting tool, grates or shreds food into small pieces. The one down below is a microplane grater, while the one up top is the box grater. The box grater tends to have more sides and more available options. So whether to slice, to mince, a fine, zesting, and then of course your standard, like your cheese grated size. Baster, preparation tool, collects juices from meat and poultry, skims fat from soups and gravy. The little piece that's right below the baster, those come in kits with the baster, and supposedly they're used for chicken and turkey as an indicator when the meat is done. I personally believe they tell you when, congratulations, you have salmonella poisoning. They really do not tell you the correct they don't tell you the correct internal temperature of the poultry, thus moving the item out of the danger zone. So don't use them. Never, ever, ever use them. Stay with a thermometer. The strainer, preparation tool, separates liquid from solids and fats. Notice in this one it's the fine mesh. We use these a lot with sauces and removing aromatics and straining and cleaning out sauces. Pastry blender, talked about this before, blending solid fat with flour. The rotary beater, talked about this as well. Please don't use them. Beats, blends, and incorporates airs. Your hand mixer is far better than that. The ladle, preparation tool, dipping and pouring liquids. Dry measuring cup. It is a measuring tool. Again, this is used for mass versus volume. In the standard set, the measuring of the dry ingredients includes the 1 cup, the 1/2 cup, the 1/3 cup, and the 1/4 cup. Meat thermometer accurately measures the temperature of food products, reduces the risk of foodborne illness. And that concludes.